Please join me in welcoming and honoring AIDS Walk-Off's honorary chair, Mr. Greg Louganis.
Thank you very much. Thanks for being out here today. We've come a long way. I was diagnosed HIV positive in 1988, 6 months prior to the Olympic Games in Seoul, Korea. We've come a long way. At that time, my doctors wanted to treat me very aggressively, so they put me on AZT right away. And I didn't have anybody to talk to, because there was so much shame surrounding HIV. For the religious right, they were saying that AIDS was killing the right people, gays and IV drug users. So there was a lot of guilt, a lot of shame that I carried with that. I was diagnosed in 88, and think about this, in 88, I was training for the Olympic trials, trying to make the Olympic team, training for the Olympic Games to defend my Olympic titles. And AZT was prescribed every 2 pills every 4 hours around the clock. So think about that. I'm training for the Olympic trials, and every 4 hours I'm reminded that I have a compromised immune system. And every 4 hours, no matter middle of the night, middle of the morning, I had a little watch that went off every 4 hours to take my AZT. So we've come a long way as far as treatment. Another thing that I wanted to share with you, you think back to 1988, good buddy of mine, I wanted to bring to the Olympic Games, Ryan White. Ryan, I befriended him when the People magazine came out about his being HIV positive, him having AIDS, and so I befriended him from that. I forgot that I had given him so many of my medals, national titles and Pan American medal, gold medals, and I also gave him Jeannie White, his mom, one of my gold medals from the 1988 Olympic Games. When I hit my head on the board, remember that? Oh my God.
Fateful day.
It was a bad day at the office that day. But, it was, he was my inspiration to get through that, because he was a fighter, and so, I thought, what would Ryan do in this situation? And I knew he would fight, so that's the reason why I decided to go on and continue and finish my last 2 dives in the prelims and then come back for finals next day. Well, what a lot of you don't realize, I tried to get Ryan into Seoul, Korea. They would not allow him into the country of Seoul, Korea because of his HIV status. So had anybody known about my HIV status, I would not have been able to compete in that Olympic Games. So, we've come a long way. There's been a lot of education. There's been a lot of awareness. There's a lot more to be done. And also, what I try and relate to young people, especially, is share my drug regimen. My drug regimen is not easy. Some of the treatments that I've been on, AZT wasn't easy. Every 4 hours around the clock. Some of the medications, they had me on IL-2. IL-2, it's injection, twice a day for 5 days, and you can't monitor your body temperature. All you can do is just lay down in bed and just, it's horrible. It's horrendous. It's poison that you're putting into your body. The one thing that was the constant for me was my dogs. I shrank them. I used to have Great Danes. Now I've got this little thing. But they were my constant, and they were always with me, and that's something that's really important to me and one of my passions. That's the reason why I started the Greg Louganis Positively Pet Fund in Charlotte, North Carolina, and we're getting that off the ground. Just because it's about life, dignity, and quality of life. And that's the most important thing, to be able to maintain that. And that's what AIDS Services Austin provides, is to be able to live with honor and dignity, and that quality of life. And that's what your participation here is about today. And I appreciate you being here. Thank you for being here. And have a great watch.
Thank you so